here just to find exactly what happened on that Sunday morning. We understand that this incident took place between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. So we've decided to come to where the shooting took place, just outside the Daveyton train station, which is not far away from the actual township of Daveyton itself. So where you see those crime wardens, that's where that Avanza vehicle was spotted by crime wardens who were driving past by. But we do understand that these crime wardens were not really on a patrol mission at that particular day. They had just concluded, their dropping off their colleagues, and then they were coming from that direction. That's where you see the trail station itself. So they were coming from that direction when they noticed, an Avanza that was parked just, next to this transformer. The Daveyton train station is currently not functioning. It has not been functioning, just like many train stations which were affected by the COVID-19 challenges. So from there, Stephen, we understand that they did not even stop. They drove off, and as they were driving by, when they got to this position, that's when those gunmen started ambushing them. Actually, there's some glasses that are still in position. So this is where they were firstly attacked, as we see these glasses here. So this was the first attack. But the driver did try to drive off or to take cover, and all those wardens were still, inside the car. Remember that they had not even stopped when those gunmen ambushed them with gunshots. And the time, as they were driving off, they were being fired at. The shots were being fired at them. You can imagine an AK-47 and some pistols. So as they were being shot at, the car then was hit, the car's engine was hit, and it stopped here. They could not drive off anymore because the car had come to a complete stop. And this is where now, this is where the car stopped. As you can see, that there are still some glasses which are still remaining on the street. So following there, they had to now get out of that car and take cover, run on their own. And some of the wardens had to, find whatever ways they can find, to run into. And the criminals then, according to the crime wardens themselves, went through, took cover and ran using that passage in between that wall and that train station. But unfortunately, there was one critical, Mr. Mchali, who was also in that car. He took cover and he could not, figure out how injured he was. However, due to the severity of his wound, he took cover and ran towards the community. And unfortunately, when he got inside that community, that's when he was identified and spotted by a community member who advised him just to calm down, and that he was seriously injured. And those community members then took him to the nearest hospital using their own hospitals and their own vehicles then to ensure that particular warden got saved. And eventually police came through, and those injured wardens were taken to that hospital we are in Alberton. So this way it happened, Stephen. But just looking at the state of this particular environment, we are talking about a train station that has been vandalized. I'm not sure we can give you those pictures. The train station no longer has a roof, it's not functioning. So according to some community members who could not speak to us on camera, saying that there are many people who have been coming here just to ensure that they can take whatever they can take from this particular property. And in that conversation we had with the Premier, he did say that he is considering, or he's going to be pleading with his cabinet colleagues that indeed these wardens must be trained to specifically specialize in taxi violence or in the protection of public property such as this one. So this is the story we've been told by those who were around here, who have first-hand experience, who were present immediately when this shooting took place. So that's the latest from us where we are. We've seen the scene. We've seen also how this shooting happened. And according to this information that we have, they had no chance of surviving without running away from these guys, because they were ambushed with AK-47s and they were using a type of a vehicle such as this one, a 22-seater. So you can imagine, the vulnerable position they found themselves in. And this car is not armored as well, so you can be shot at any time. And we've been told that that particular bus, its engine is completely, destroyed. That's why it could not drive and continue speeding off to save the lives of those people who were inside that particular bus, Stephen.